Welcome back to a brand new PTCG live video. Today I'll be showcasing Vespiquen EX with the newly released sets Black Bolt and White Flare. So with that being said, let's get into the deck list. Let's see which new cards we'll be running. So we do have a 2-2 line of the Combee and the Vespiquen EX here, and this will be one of our main attackers, where we're mostly interested in using that Phantom Queen attack for the 3 grass energies. We can do 200 base damage and then put 3 damage counters on each one of your opponent's Pokemon that have any damage counters on them. As well as we do run a 3-3 line of the Yanma and Yanmega here for the Buzzing Boost ability. Once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from the bench into the active, we can search out our deck for 3 basic grass energies and attach it to this Pokemon. As well as we do have the Jet Cyclone for the 3 grass, 1 colorless. We can do 210 base damage and then move 3 energies from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon. And then we have the 2 copies of the Munkidori here for that Brain ability. Once during your turn, if you have a Dark Energy attached to this Pokemon, we can move over 3 damage counters from one of our Pokemon over to one of your opponents. And then lastly, we do have the 1 copy of the Hawlucha here for that Flying Entry ability. When we play this Pokemon from our hand onto the bench, we can put 1 damage counter on 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon. And then moving on to our trainer cards for our Ace spec, we have the Prime Catcher. It's basically a double switch out where you get to gust up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, and then you do get to switch out your own active Pokemon as well. And then for our Stadium cards, we just run the 1 copy of the Pokemon League Headquarters, where attacks used by basic Pokemon for both you and your opponent will cost an extra colorless energy to use them. And then for our supporters, we have the 4 copies of Arven for searching an item card and a tool card. The 2 Boss's Orders for gusting up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. The 3 copies of Iono for draw support as well as hand disruption. The 2 copies of Professor's Research for some extra draw support. And then for our tool cards, we have the 1 copy of the Air Balloon here, where the retreat cost the Pokemon this card is attached to will be 2 colorless energies less. As well as we have the 2 copies of the TM Evolution. Ideally, we do want to go second on the first turn of the game so that we can use the attack Evolution on this tool card and quickly evolve up 2 of our benched Pokemon with this tool card. And then for our energy cards, we do have special energies. We do run the 3 copies of Jet Energy, which will be a switching option, and a colorless energy, all rolled into 1. And then for our basic energies, we have the 2 dark energies for our Munkidori, as well as the 7 basic grass energies. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into some games here. So we do take a mulligan here. Our opponent did win the coin toss. They decided to go first, had us go second. Yeah, hopefully it's just 1 mulligan. Yeah, it looks like just 1. We'll put Tatsugiri in front. They open Hoot, so looks like this could be a Area 0 Terastal deck. They probably have the Rotom. Yeah, the Nest Ball. Yeah, I get the Rotom. And the Ultra Ball, and the Night Stretcher for the Latias EX. Yeah, they fan call, so I'm kind of surprised they got Latias EX instead of a Terastal Pokemon. Because those Noctowls are not going to work unless they have a Terastal. Okay, they get the Ditto. So they already got it figured out. I'm going to use Ditto to search out whatever Terastal they're running. Yeah, there's a transformative start. Wellspring Ogerpon. Did they search out Noctowls with Rotom? They got 1, I believe. Yeah, they got 1. It's pretty bad. See, should we research? Maybe let's Iono, possibly. Guess we'll just get the one Combee. Let's put out League. I don't know, let's try the Venture. Tails, I believe we put it on ourselves. Kind of hoping that Iono would slow them down and not help them. Because I only searched out that one Noctowl, so... They put down Jamming Tower. And a Nest Ball, so it looks good for us. It's not an Ultra Ball. Fezandipiti. If only we can get that Yanmega, it would be perfect. Because we got Jet Energy. As soon as we get Yanmega and switch into the active, we can get the 3 energy cards. So maybe they're anticipating the knockout. They just go for the Sob. Yeah, they did get rid of League, so they can use it. Should we research? We'll just go Arven. I feel like we probably should have Ultra Ball to counter catch our way, honestly. Yeah, they actually just concede here. Okay, we did take a mulligan here. They took a mulligan. So pretty even. And we get Fezandipiti. Yeah, looks like they're gonna be Cynthia's Garchomp. So yeah, our opponent won the coin toss. They decided to go second, had us go first, and we each took one mulligan, so they should cancel each other out. Let's end turn. And I guess next turn we'll just research here. Cynthia's power weight. And actually let's switch out here into the Roselia. Yeah, it looks like they got a pretty bad starting hand. No TM evolution or anything like that. Do we want to Arven? Nah, I feel like we're research here. Discard these with Ultra Ball. And I guess we'll go for TM Evolution. Because I don't really want to use Iono here. Because they only got like, what, 3 cards in their hand? Let's see, the Earthen Vessel. Counter Catcher away. 4-2 fighting energies, I guess. Yeah. And they do get the Gabite, so it still feels pointless to use Iono though. Champions call for the Gibble. Yeah, they didn't even search out Garchomp. They might have it in hand already. I guess we'll gust the Gibble here. I mean the Gabite. First prize card, Ultra Ball. So that's not too bad, I guess. Kind of don't want to use research because we need the Super Rod in my opinion. In general, I don't want to lose the only Super Rod in the deck to research. They play Artisan. So I'm guessing they're getting another Gibble. Yeah, and there it is. And yeah, no supporter card. Tough, really tough. And I know they're playing probably a good amount of like Arven, Hilda, stuff like that. And maybe I'll get rid of research. Hawlucha is prized. No, Arven for Earthen Vessel maybe. Let's go into Vespiquen. Hey, there's a Iono. Yeah, we got so lucky. Yeah, they just conceded here. So pretty decent starting hand here. We did win the coin toss, decided to go second, had our opponent go first. And looks like no mulligans either. Oh wow, they opened with the Bloodmoon Ursaluna. Definitely not what you want to open the game with. But they do get the secret box at the same time, so that's something. Enzorark EX. Ooh, and they did give up the Turo actually, which is a really good way to pick up Ursaluna off the board. Of course, having benched Pokemon, you don't want to pick it up right now and lose to no benched backup. But yeah, looks like they got Nest Ball, Artisan, the Turbo Energize, as well as the Arven. And they got Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, so this could be some combination of control. But I think Enzorark EX probably runs Ogerpon Cornerstone by standard. Like, it's a really good card. Let's see, let's get Tatsugiri. Tried to attract customers. We get a boss, nothing too special. Definitely don't need those in the beginning. And let's evolve up the Combee and Yanma. Even though we have one in our hand, might as well. There's a Vespiquen. They got their draw engine kind of in play now. They Artisan, they're going to use the trade. Discard probably something useless to draw 2 cards. Turbo Energize. And a Research. That's a pretty big deal. They got rid of their Munkidori, interestingly enough. They get rid of the Ends Reshiram as well? I don't know why. But yeah, they kind of have a situation there with Bloodmoon Ursaluna. They Palpad. So they get a Turo back into the deck. We're not completely walled out here. I don't know why they're putting Dark Energies on the Ogerpon, because we do have the Vespiquen that does a clean 200 and has no abilities. We should be able to attack the Ogerpon. And looks like they don't use the Turbo Energize. Let's go for attract customers. We get an Arven. Yeah, I guess let's get Earthen Vessel. And go for the 210, and then we'll just move the energies to Vespiquen. Yeah, pretty huge turn for us. I'm kind of still wondering what their strategy is going to be like here. They get a Munkidori. The Ultra Ball. So they still have to use the trade here. And maybe the Adrenabrain if they get the Dark Energy for Munkidori. The Ultra Ball. I'm guessing for another Enzorg EX, most likely. They got rid of another Reshiram. And what was that? And a Nest Ball. See, they go for the trade. They get rid of Fezandipiti. Trade again. Let's see. Still not really keen on using my Iono here. They get rid of Enzorua. Also, it is pretty good that we do have weakness on them for the grass coverage here. And let's see, what did they get? I think they got the Energy Switch and Turbo Energize of the Arven. They do get the Dark Energy from Munkidori as well. So they move 10 damage over to us. They switch out. And they Energy Switch again. Yeah, they just concede here. So yeah, our opponent won the coin toss. They decided to go first, had us go second. And they did take one mulligan here. Looks like they didn't probably gonna be Charizard Pidgeot from the mulligan. So I feel like we want to go pretty heavy Yanmega here. Like, our Vespiquen is weak to Dark type. Let's see, Buddy Poffin. Yeah, they get really lucky there. Double Buddy Poffin. What are the odds of that? And now they got 4 cards in their hand. I feel like maybe we want to get the Tatsugiri here, possibly. We do get TM Evolution, which is good. Yeah, the Combee. I'm not really feeling Vespiquen here. It's just such an easy target. Oh no, should we put down Nest Ball? Yeah, I guess we might as well. it. I don't know, Fezandipiti maybe. Munkidori. At least both Yanmegas are in the deck. And they have, I just noticed they have 2 Pidgeys. So even if we KO one of them, they still got another. They retreat out. Probably into Charmander, maybe? Charmeleon? Yeah, I don't know why they'll do that. They got 2 Pidgeys there. It doesn't really matter if one gets knocked out. Yeah, I still just retreat onto Yanmega. Yeah, that's not a Charmeleon. There's really nothing worth bossing in my opinion. It's not like knocking out Pidgey's gonna make a huge difference for us instead of 2 of them. A Yanmega. Yeah, they just concede here. Well, those are all of the games. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.